All right.
Hello, everyone.
Good morning.
It is I, Gina Louisa,
And Buddy,
with today's good open
in
discussion.
discussion.
I'm going to start off as usual. To our health.
To our health. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Oh, yummy, yummy quinine syrup.
That's certainly one way to make you feel better.
So, what do we want to discuss this morning?
Well, with all of the attention that's being paid to the Mar-a-Lago incident and so on, I think maybe we should talk a little bit about Donald Trump.
Yeah. Why?
We don't. We're certainly Donald Trump supporters.
We
but
certainly
we certainly don't support everything.
No. Okay. That's true. I mean, let's have a good open discussion about that.
We
okay.
should.
Because I have been, watching Donald Trump for years and years and years,
Oh, yes.
as I watch everybody, and you can't say that Donald Trump is not an awesome president. Okay, I really like how he runs this company called America. He runs it to the letter of the law that we wrote. Like, when you're a company and you have you have your company, it's what you stand for. And all of your rules, your little handbook, and you want your company run by the handbook. For the, this is what the company's goal is, and this is how the company should be run. And Donald Trump really runs this company exactly
very well.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't mean that as I look through everything that that he's done ever, that I'm like, oh wow, yeah.
That was always great. That was always great.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
yes.
I'll tell you what started to bother me. With all this COVID crap, because he took hydroxychloroquine, which is quinine, okay. And he said he felt like $1 million and it knocked it right out of him and everything. But then he went and did a warp speed thing for this.
So good.
And then that bothered me, okay. Because what he should have been saying is, no, people, you don't need any of that. That's crap. All you need is to boost your immune system with ivermectin. And it's like, good so he thing. Really should have been pushing that. And I don't know why he didn't. So,
How many young athletes are having heart problems?
And young people dying of
side effects and
the stuff just sits in your system, and if you raise your heartbeat at all, it kills you. It's like a ticking time bomb. It's so sad what is going on. And okay, whether or not I see it, I can see it. I mean, that's what God put me on this earth for, to see. And I'm like, I'm the anonymous witness, I have eyes that see, and it doesn't matter what I see or what I don't see. Every single one of us is made to account for our actions, whether you believe it or not. Okay? It doesn't matter whether or not you believe it. It is the absolute truth that the wrongdoings you do, and you really, I mean, like these people, they're just, you can't hardly call it any other word than evil, which is the absence of good. And that's what they are. But they're not going to get away with it, so don't worry about it. This is the Armageddon, or everything is being brought to the surface so we can see it, so it's being cleaned, and we're
drain those swamps.
Yeah, we're watching it. Okay, we're watching it happen. And did you think it was going to be pretty? No, it's not going to be a pretty sight watching, all that filth. Ew, who knew it was that bad under there?
Look at the things they're finding in Lake Mead.
Yeah, like, did you ever move the refrigerator of a house?
As that water drains away.
Yeah, like, you move into a house that's an old house, and you gotta like replace them, and then you look under the refrigerator, it's like, oh my God, it could get so bad under there. But it does. But you gotta clean all that filth out, nice, and replace anything that's rotted, like the very foundations of which our America is built on has got like some rotted rafters now. They just need to be replaced, okay?
Back to constitutional values.
Yeah, everything. It's not a popularity contest, right, Freddie? The laws are the laws, they're not up for debate. Like, it's just, everything that's going on that's making you say, what the heck? Right now? How did it ever get that bad? It's because good people have become complacent, Instead of the lives that we lived as pioneers in the past, who, we died for causes in the past. We went through our hardships. We did what we had to do and we got it done. That's why we're incarnated again here in this lifetime. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the torches we carried in the past. It's not about those who carry torches in the past. Okay? Because right now, it is only about now. Fire burns in the now. Okay? We are alive in the now. Okay? Peace on earth can only exist in the now. Doesn't matter what happened in the past or bad things, tyranny. It's in the now. Okay? These things, it's where you focus. It's how you live.
Exactly.
Yeah, Donald Trump, and I'm talking to you, Donald, because and I love dearly what a wonderful president you are, but you and all of your people who they take out an old book and they put a stupid thing around their neck and then they kiss this fucking ring like a mobster, you know what I'm saying? You can't say God this and God that and oh God, but really what you worship is the devil of a fucking buck. You think God doesn't see these things, I can see it, And Gina Luisa was put here with eyes and ears.
Comes to mind one of the people that he supported.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Dr. fucking Oz you support? I was appalled. Dr. Oz, his whole show was just one big fucking infomercial for garbage, poisons and stupidity that make a person, give up their self-power and give over their money to something that's not going to really help them. It's going to hurt you. Garbage. Speaking of which, I watched every single episode of The Apprentice more than once. Okay, and really, it was all about soliciting funds. It was all about begging for money. And if you can't beg for it, well, you're going to sell some worthless something that's really for $2, but you're going to sell it for $4 or $5. See if you can get $4 or $5 for it. And that's what it was.
The most for the least.
The most for the least. And if that's really, you see, we the people, the sea of MAGA. Okay, I look at you separate than I look at the party which is represented or whatever, you know what I'm saying, corporate, and they keep saying it's the capitalism, and it's not what we're from. We are not about capitalizing on something, we're not about here. This is really worthless, but I'll sell it to you, Like I know I got a zillion of them and I can give it to you for free, but instead
I'm gonna make a buck.
Yeah, that's not what America is about. It's not that either. We are the land of the free. Free. You know what free? That means it doesn't cost $1 to get it. And the home of the brave. Brave enough to say, you know what? Fuck you and your buck.
Trade and barter.
Yeah, because you know what I noticed with the buck and everybody who's got a whole bunch of them? They're all slimy and enamored and all about that buck. Only we the people who don't get to play that game. Like I showed before here. right? Here's the game, okay? And they're going to invent this game called money. And they're going to give us this much to play with while they got this much to play with. But they're going to use all theirs. And save all theirs. And it's staying on the roll. That's our that gives us our power.
You have to give us some of yours.
So we got to try. We gave you money, but all we're all about is getting it back. Taxes and taxes and more taxes and more taxes and more taxes.
And IRS agents to make sure they get those taxes.
Yeah, they had to invent. They had to get it. They had to say, but they don't want to power any of their role. They had to get another role for the IRS agents and all the slimy things they're doing. But they didn't give us any more to play with. By the way,
no.
They're just. You notice how ours is getting like small over here? They keep taking hunks of it, and they keep taking hunks of it and taking hunks of it. They don't want to power any of theirs, which they just made a whole nother role, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't want to give any of that toward their project.
No,
their project is coming out of this. Do you see? That's what their project is all about, by the way. It's getting more of this. You know what I say? It's a
stupid
game to begin with. Like, the only way to win the game is not to play at all. See me? I don't have any money at all. I'm worth absolutely zero when it comes to money. My power comes from God. Okay? And there, I'm the most powerful creature on the earth. I'm the richest person on the earth. The whole world is mine. You see what I'm saying? The goddess of the entire earth. Wielding the power of God. I mean, what the hell's more powerful than that? I don't need a stupid fucking coin, and neither do you, or any of us. See? The earth is us. We all live here. All we have to do is stop paying any attention to anybody who calls themselves elite because of a stupid coin. They took rocks out of they took farmland and ripped it up to get rocks that they melted down and pressed them to oppress you. You know what I'm saying? What we needed is those herds, running herds and flowing water. And come on, it's so obvious. So I gotta keep saying
in the woods.
Yes. God made me here at this time as I am to show you how simple it is. We've already been saved because here I am. The feast is going down and it's taking all he was set on. And yes, what we need right now is a good president like Donald Trump. But he is not your, he's your president, and that's all he is. He's not your religious advisor. And if you think that any of the churches, I'll say churches out there, are your religious compass, boy, you got problems.
Heading in the wrong direction.
Yeah, don't give coins to religions, okay? Keep your fucking resources.
The good.
Yes, take care of your children.
Mm-hmm.
That's really where it is. They deserve
your truth.
They deserve your attention, and they deserve you put your money into the resources. Like you plant the trees and you have the herds. So as the time comes by and they grow into adults and they have children, that they have.
Very good.
Yeah. So okay, talking about Donald Trump this morning and everything he's going through, and it's. Everything Donald Trump has is clad in gold.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, right?
Well, he is a billionaire.
Yeah, right. Don't put Donald Trump down here with and I know we like to, Even, every single person in the Senate that I watch, they all talk as if they are part of us, but they're not. Oh, we are going to, and they just say, the Democrats, we're going to tax the rich. They are the fucking rich. They're not taxing themselves.
Oh, no, they have all the loopholes and ways to get around
loopholes. Even Donald Trump will tell you, hey, you know what? They got the loopholes. I use them. There's nothing, it's perfectly legal to use these loopholes. It shouldn't be. And for that, I give him credit, because it shouldn't be. what we need to do is stop revering the ever-loving buck. Yeah. Either
Trade and barter for what you
exactly
need.
throw the paper back to
The
what
old days.
to
The old
to those
ways.
who wish to cling and claw, right, and let light shine upon the what you were created for, right? You do the jobs that are a service needed, filled with pride, and with no cloak of power, evil will have nowhere to hide, right? The truth of each own one will be plain to see. It's time for us to realize it's we that hold the key. Yeah.
Certainly is.
Yeah, my poetry. I, with all my heart and soul, know it's from God because it's so wise. It teaches me as I read it and read it and read it throughout my life. Read it over and over and over, and let it really sink in. Which is why I'm here now to like what else do I need to do, God? Because I keep asking God, what do I need to do? And He's like, good over, just go put it right in their face,
Shine
Gina.
the light.
Let them know you see them.
There we go.
It's
No
like,
hiding under the bed.
yeah, no hiding under the bed. So, this is Gina Louisa.
And Buddy.
It's just having another
Good.
open discussion.